Hello guys, I'm Yasir Ali. To continue our discussion about Cerberus software, which is basically coil tubing modeling software. Here in this particular tutorial, we will see about the Cerberus user interface. That is how does the main screen or main window of Cerberus looks, and what are the different options or different tabs available in the Cerberus. That is a basic introduction about its interface. So let's start our discussion about interface of Cerberus software, which is modeling software for the coil tubing. So when we will double click this icon, this is the Cerberus software icon. So when we'll double click on this one, we will have this window. Okay, this is the home page. So we will ended up with this particular window. So it is written Cerberus modeling software suite, and these are the 5 modules of the Cerberus, that is real track, Hydra, solids cleanout, orifice, and velocity string. Here will be the name of the active user. Here it is Yasir Ali, that's me. And then the data directory, that where is the data is being saved, and that is it is being saved in the C drive, program data, CTS, and data. And here are the main buttons, or you can see that ribbons for different options and for the working of the software. On the top is the version, that is Cerberus version. The version I am presenting over here, it is 12.7 for Windows. On this left bottom corner, these are the modules. So any module will check, that is we click, so its related files will be appeared over here. Okay, from this view window we can select the project or CT string and etc. Okay, so any box we will check this its respective files, and that is the files we have generated for this for any particular module will appear over here. So now we'll discuss this this section, that is file, models, calculations, editors, utilities, Orion, options, and help sections. We will see that what are the options under these headings, or what functions we can do with these buttons. So let's see. So the first one is the file section. Like any other software, if we want to start a new project, we will click on this new. If we want to import a previously available project, we will import. If we want to export any project, any module on which we are working, we will click export. And then there are some other options. I think timing not important, so timing will just only talk about the important and routinely used items or the options. Then so this one is the file section, that is to generate a new file, to save a file, etc. So this is the file section. Second is the models section. So all these 5 models are also over here. So any model we want to work on, that is real track, Hydra, we can click on that particular icon, and that module will be opened. And the other option is to come over here, that is click in the models. So all the 5 models will appear. So any model on which we any module on which we want to work, we can click, and then we can go to that particular module, that is coil tubing fatigue module, that is real track, orifice, which is basically force analysis module, Hydra, which is a hydraulic module, velocity string, and solids clean out. Then comes the calculations. These calculations we will discuss in detail, HLE and Hercules calculations. These are basically related to coil tubing specifications and coil tubing specifications, and also that is how much will be the range maximum pressure we can apply to a coil tubing at a particular weight, and also how many cycles we can apply to a new coil tubing, how many pressure cycles. So these calculations we will inshallah do separately. Then it will be clear that what are the these options. Then come the editors section. This is very useful button, or you can say the section, because this section will be used in each and every module, no matter you are working on the real track, Hydra, Orpheus, velocity string, or solids cleanout. This editors section is very useful. That is, it is used to introduce, that the first option is string editor. That is, if we want to introduce a new string or we want to make some changes in a stored coil tubing string, we will come on this string editor section. Then come the reel editor. That is the reels which are stored in the software or which we want to introduce the new reels. Will work using this button, reel editor. Then the well editor. That is, if we want to introduce a new well or we want to make the changes in a stored well, then we need this well editor tab. By the way, we will work on all these tabs one by one in our upcoming tutorials. Then tool string editor, then tool string editor, that is BHA editing. If you want to modify your BHA, if you want to put the BHA, if you want to previously available BHA, then you will use tool string editor. Then comes the fluid editor. That is for the fluid modeling, for changing the properties of the fluids, and for introducing a new fluid, we'll use this button, that is fluid editor. Then wireline editor and equipment editor, etc. So this heading, that is editors, is one of the very important heading which is routinely used in each and every module of the software. Then comes the utilities. This utilities is also very useful section. That is, if you have the option of units conversion. If you want to convert the units, any unit you want to convert, you click on this one. So unit conversion option will be open. Then you can select the length unit, density unit, viscosity unit, etc. So unit conversion. Then CT specs. That is, if you want to check the specifications of any coil tubing, you know the wall thickness and you know the grader and you know the manufacturer. By using these 3 or 4 parameters, you can know its specifications for the CT specs. And then the CT string design and the other one we'll see later. Then comes the Orion. That is, if you are running a real-time job and you want to connect the Orion data in real time, you will just click on Orion acquisition and your Orion data and the Cerberus will be linked. That is, you can start the data acquisition from the Orion. Orion is basically a data acquisition software and Cerberus is a modeling software. But if you want to run the Cerberus real time, that is, you want to update the fatigue in real time, or you want to see the real time forces by, so you need some data. Okay, so that data which is being acquired by Orion, that will be connected over here. You will click on this Orion acquisition and then you will link both the softwares, so you will have the real time forces and other stuff. Then come the options. Okay, so in these options you can play with the units. That is, you want to use the metric units, you want to use other units, so you can select which type of units you want to use. Then authorization, that is about the license. The information about the license will be in this authorization section. Then the Cerberus setup, that is where the Cerberus software is stored. So these are about the settings, etc. Then come the last heading, that is help. So like any other software, this help section will provide you the manual. That is when you install the software. So if you need the manual, you just come over here and you can click over here, Cerberus updates, Cerberus CTS on the web, and then user guide. That is, if you will click, its manual will appear and then you can take help from the manual. Then Cerberus release notes, that is the technical notes, what are the technical concepts behind the calculations. So in the help module, help button, you can get all this data. So this was the discussion about the user interface of Cerberus, which is a coil tubing modeling software. So we have seen briefly about different sections. So inshallah we will discuss all these items one by one in our upcoming tutorials. So I am very much hopeful that you got understanding regarding what we have discussed. So if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. So thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.